Oftentimes when contacting wholesale suppliers, they will send you spreadsheets of hundreds, if not thousands of different items that you can buy from them. Going through these manually would be extremely time consuming, tedious, and costly. In this video, I'm going to lay out for you the software that I use that helps me scan thousands of items very quickly and efficiently. And we're also going to be going through a detailed example of a spreadsheet from one of my suppliers. Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Kris, and one of the things I talk about on this channel is wholesale. Before we go ahead and get into the details of exactly what software I'm using and how this software works, a couple of quick announcements. So the winner of the 1 hour call giveaway that I give away every single video, all you have to do is comment in the description below is right here. Reach out to me via Facebook and we can set something up. The winner to the pick and pack center information that I promised from last video is right here. Reach out to me via Facebook or Instagram and we can set something up. And don't worry, I'm going to be giving away one more of these. So if you didn't win, you still have another shot. All you have to do is in the comment section below, let me know what are some things that you want to see out of this channel that I can bring to you guys. I realize everyone is at different levels, and I think this would be extremely beneficial for me to know. And lastly, I have not been posting as much lately in the last 2 to 3 weeks because I've been devoting a lot of my time to developing an ebook on online arbitrage. Well, it's done now. However, it's being edited and formatted, so it won't be available till either next week or early the week after. And this ebook is very in-depth and detailed. It's for beginners and advanced, all the way from starting on Amazon to scaling your business. So, and this is focused for online arbitrage. I'm not going to get too much in the details of this, but it is 30 pages. It is very in-depth and I'm super excited about it. Now let's go ahead and talk about what I wanted to talk about in this video, and that is the software that I'm using to help me scan items quickly from wholesale suppliers. There are quite a few different softwares out there, and I know that even Tactical Arbitrage has one integrated in their site. You have to pay an additional $67 a month for your membership. However, I didn't go that route, and I picked these guys for 3 main reasons. I'm going to talk about those before we actually get into the software. So these guys are called Scan Unlimited, and the 3 main reasons I picked them was this. The first is, out of all the ones I tried, it does scan the items quickly. So when you're scanning these items, the items in the spreadsheet are just that's it. They're just in an Excel spreadsheet. This software will pull the gross profit, the ASIN, all of this other information that I'll show you, and it takes time. Well, this one was the quickest that I tried. So that's factor number 1. Factor number 2 is price point. So like I said, Tactical Arbitrage was $67 a month. This other one I looked at was about $50 a month. This one is $40 a month. So I felt like I was getting the biggest bang for my buck. And lastly, the third reason why I chose this was customer support. So not only do they respond to their emails quickly, but they have a mini chat system on their website, which I'm a huge proponent of. And I always want to know, how quickly can I get problems resolved? It was the same thing with a couple of other softwares I've promoted. You know, I wanted to pick the one that helps me out the quickest. I know Tactical Arbitrage is a little bit on the slower side. And so, like I said, these guys get the problem done very, very quickly. So let's go ahead. We're going to hop in the computer and just kind of show you how this works. And we're going to go over some examples. See you inside. All right, guys, we are in Scan Unlimited, and I'm going to show you how I go about doing this to scan files for my suppliers. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click that little plus button, and we just click on here, and then you're going to bring up the file your supplier gives you. And then what I do is it's just going to upload in here, and then we're going to fill out some fields. Okay, so what we're going to do is you need to look at your suppliers, the way they set things up. I do want to say too, if there's like a logo up here, if there's any other space, it's going to mess it up. So you're going to want to make sure that the headers are at the very top of your file. Now, once that's done, this was already like this, it's fine. You want to notice how your supplier identifies their items. So usually there's going to be an EAN, ISBN, or UPC right here, and this supplier uses UPC. And what we're going to do is we are going to come in here, we plug UPC product ID column, This is the column that the supplier will compare the items into Amazon's catalog. And then the cost column, which is price. And I'll show you guys that one really quick. So price right here. See if you notice that's price. Now it is per pack or whatever, but we'll get into that in a bit. Now you want to make sure that you're in the right currency for whatever market you're selling in. And then what you want to do is I like to turn on for my custom ID, I like to plug item ID in right here. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to click start and it's going to scan. It's extremely quick. Like I mentioned before, this is, out of all the ones I tried, it is the fastest. And then you click start and it scans. Now I already did this before the video. It only took 5 or 10 minutes, if that. You know, I just wanted to have it ready. Now I'm going to click cancel, but normally I would click start. And once it's done, you will see, you can go through these results built into the actual website, so that's fine. And they actually have a tutorial, a nice tutorial for you on that. And you can sort it by this. But see, here's the thing. I don't like that as much as Excel, and I'm going to show you why. So I use Excel. This is the way I'm doing it, my video. So let's go ahead and hop in here. Now, this is what the file looks like once you take it to Excel. Now, I do want to say something. I added these columns. So if you notice, price and then pack. So there's 9 a pack and you have to buy each one. So you're actually paying $26.01 for each item. For this one, 75 cents, and there's 72. You're actually paying $54 per item. This is something to keep in mind. Same with this, $2.49 per one, but you're paying 12. That's $29.88. Now, the next thing I added, so I added this column right here. Now, the next thing I did was I added an ROI column. And what I did was, I'll show you the formula I used. I used equal sign F2, so we're dividing this number by column O2. And what that's doing is it's not necessarily the return on investment. I labeled that wrong. It's the percent of the item of the price. So that means that if it's $80 on Amazon and we can buy it for $20, that's 25%. And normally you don't want to source things that are over 50%, because why would you pay over half of something that's selling on Amazon? Most of the time you're not going to do that. Now what we can do is we turn on filters in our Excel. So you go into here, you select filters and you want to turn on filters. And now what we're going to do is we are only going to select things that are over 50%. Now, if you notice, this sheet has 3,000 items, and look at how many of these items are going to be under that. I mean, if you want to get a little less picky, you can, you know, we're just going to pick items that are 50% or under. If you wanted to do maybe 60%, you could. I don't really mess with it. And we're just going to kind of manually select these. There are ways you can actually do this quicker, like formulas and whatnot. I'm just going to click these really quick. So now we have a handful of items that we can go through and check to see, okay, these meet our criteria. Now, the next thing I want to filter is rank. So I don't want to source anything over 100,000 in rank. So now that we have this handful of items, I'm going to go into the rank section, which this automatically gets brought up for you. And I'm just going to sort by, what I would do now is anything under 100,000, I would keep on the Excel sheet. And I'm not going to go through and manually select these. Like I said, that once again, there are filters where you can select, you know, less than or equal to 100,000, and then it will keep the rest. And then it will bring up a handful of items. So once I had those items, I would go into Amazon and actually kind of do the checking, right? I would, just like I do in all my other videos, guys, how many offers are there? You know, what's the 30-day rank looking like? Because these are just snapshots in time. This is just the rank of the item at that given point in time. Maybe the item was just purchased, lowering the rank, making it not that accurate. So you want to double check those numbers. You know, what are the Amazon FBA fees like? Because this really isn't telling us fees. This is just the percent of the item price that you pay for against the sell price. There's going to be some kind of fees in there as well, and that's when I would check that. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all of that in this video. I've got other videos on that. This is just about quickly sorting items from your supplier. And I've actually already done this sheet before. Once I do everything I just laid out for you, I just sifted through 3,000 items, counting the time it took to look over the sheet to process in Scan Unlimited. Took me maybe 25 minutes, to be honest. Like, it really wasn't that long. After I clicked the rank in here, I ended up with only 10 items. That means that out of 3,000 items, guys, 10 items, you do the math on that, the percent of items that were actually sellable. Not very many. That is why a software to do this for you is mandatory if you want to do wholesale. You don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to send this off to VAs. They will spend so much time going over one sheet. This is the best way to do it, guys. If you have any questions at all, post them in the description below and let me know what you guys think.